Hello and welcome to my very fifth YouTube video, and today I'm going to give the Roomies household from Oasis Springs a little makeover, and I'm going to start with Zoe Patel. And before this I didn't really have a connection to her. I haven't played with her really. In the beginning, I first gave her a more prominent eyebrow look because I thought that fit very well with her face. And then I tried around with some hairstyles. I wanted her to have quite voluminous hair, and in the end I was torn between two hairstyles. The one with the little bun on top. I know a lot of simmers really like that hairdo, but I usually don't use it because I think the way the hair goes out on the sides is quite unnatural and also makes the face seem very wide. But on her I think it looked very good. But in the end I gave her just her normal hairstyle because that looked the most like Zoe Patel to me, and also I really like this hairstyle. Clothing wise, I was inspired by a look that kind of screams popular but slightly mean schoolgirl to me. I know she's a young adult and doesn't go to high school anymore. In my save file I also enrolled her into university because I thought that fit. She studies theater, but if you don't have university, that's no big deal too. Then she just doesn't have a job. I don't know why I got that vibe from her, but I could just imagine her very well being surrounded by other girls and gossiping about other students. For her formal wear, I wasn't really able to capture that mean girl spirit because I wanted to make her look more adult in that. But with the other outfits I tried all the time to have something that stands out and grabs the attention, because I think she's a girl that loves to have all eyes on her, and that's why I went with the strong red and that little bit of a bra showing for her sportswear. With the party wear that she already had, I realized that gold looks very good on her, so I decided not to give her a dress for her party wear, but two parts, and use the top that has this kind of shining gold to it, and I think that made her skin tone look absolutely fabulous. With her cold weather and warm weather outfit, I was able to capture that high school girl spirit a little bit more. And I was kind of inspired by what the popular girls wore while I was in school, like those very puffy winter shoes. And I don't know if that's still a thing. Fashion is always changing. But that was the best reference point that I had, so I went with them, and also the branded Moschino sweatshirt. And with that, Zoe Patel's makeover is complete. Now on to Mitchell Kalani. When I do these makeovers, I usually don't like to change the facial features because I think that's changing a little bit too much. Apart from the eyebrows, I changed them sometimes, but I thought something was kind of weird with his nose, not the shape, but the shading and the way the nostrils looked was kind of unnatural. So I remember that he had a wide nose that was kind of flat, and I gave him another nose that had these features too, but looked less weird. And I have to say, Mitchell Kalani is one of those Townies that is very special to me but not to a lot of other people, because I remember the very first time that I started playing The Sims 4, my sim met Mitchell Kalani as one of the first sims, and two got married and stuff, and that's why Mitchell Kalani has a very special place in my heart. And I wanted to dress him in very basic clothes, because in my mind Mitchell Kalani is someone who doesn't think he's anything special, but he's just a very good person on the inside that doesn't care too much what types of clothes he wears. And it was a very interesting and fun challenge to really think about what someone would wear who doesn't think about what they are wearing. And I don't know if I 100% succeeded in that. I tried my best to keep it simple and functional and have the occasional graphic t-shirt, but yeah, that's Mitchell Kalani done. Now on to Jay Huntington III. I have to confess that before making the save file, I didn't really care about him at all, but when I played with the Roomies household for a little bit to enroll Zoe and Gavin into university, I really started to like and appreciate him, because I made him a high-tier style influencer, and I thought it would only be fitting for him to have a larger social media following. And the best way I could think of achieving that would be to have him take a lot of photos with his friends and selfies and office friends, and that led to him having a large wall of his room just dedicated to photos of him and his friends, and sometimes just pictures of his friends. And I thought that was very sweet that he was so vain and selfish on the outside, but on the inside he very much cared for his friends, and he has that adorable little crush on Landon Goldberg. And originally I created Landon to be a single sim for your Sims to date, but at the moment I am just shipping these two way too much. But anyways, clothing wise, I had to do the exact opposite of what I had to do for Mitchell Kalani, because I of course had to dress a style influencer, so someone who puts a lot of thought into what he wears. And I don't quite know if I was qualified to do that, but yeah, with him as well as with Mitchell, I just tried my best. For his warm weather outfit, after not knowing what to do for a long time, I played around with the idea of having him not wear a top at all, because I think he's proud of his body and wants to show it, but maybe he also loves clothes way too much to miss the opportunity to wear some on top all summer. So in the end I gave him a very skin-tight red top that was kind of a middle ground, I think. And now with Jay complete, onto Gavin Richards. I at first didn't know what to do with him. He's an author, and I kind of got the vibe from him that he's kind of an old soul, very calm, maybe not talks too much, but in his books and these worlds that he either reads or creates, he can really thrive, and I think that's awesome. So I think his looks and outfits already transported that very well. And I also wasn't sure what age he is, because he could be a literature student as well as a full-blown author. And I went for the younger self to also make this shared apartment situation that the Roomies household is living in make a little bit more sense. So I put him into university and had him study literature, but also made him keep his job as a blogger, so that even when he plays the safe file without university, he still works in the author career. For his outfits, I wanted him to look very clean and pristine and slightly old-fashioned, but I think a lot of the outfits that he already had did that, so I really didn't have to change too much and was done fairly quickly with his makeover. And with that, the Roomies household is complete. I kind of feel like I didn't really change too much about them, but I hope you think it's still an improvement. And with that, I hope you liked and enjoyed this video, and I hope we'll see each other again.